Here goes tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go. Get exposed. Get the boat, man, it's time to go. Grab your baits and fishing poles. Fill the tank and then hit the road till you're in that fishing hole. Made up my mind, I'm no weekend warrior, I'm a pro. Fishing professional, and when I'm fishing, man, my goal is to win. I won't stop until I'm in that circle with legends like Rick Clunner, Kevin Van Dam. I got that ski Reese, I got that carrot stick, man. If y'all see me on the lake, better make way and pray my motor quits, cause I won't know. It's tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go all the way. It's tournament time. I know I'm one of a kind. No matter what they say, yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, I'm a master. Oh, yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, going for goals. Come to the show and get exposed. Give me a large boat dock with a little bit of wind and an Eakins jig or a cluster of rocks, so I can show them that new swim bait trig. I'm that big for the 8-0, wide awake I fish, it's oh my. Look at that E-Tech as I fly by, gunning for that hole, going 75. I'm showing up to weigh them in. Black bag on my side, carrying every ounce it'll take to win. That's that, buddy, so I hope you're in. To being in second ain't no question. Ever since checking, I've been catching them with a rattle trap colored like a brim. Guess why? Here goes tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go all the way. It's tournament time. I know I'm one of a kind. No matter what they say, yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, I'm a master. Oh, yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, going for goals. Come to the show and get exposed. Brian Snowden, Jason Quinn, Zell Rowland, he's the top water king. Y'all know that they are bass masters. Yeah, look at Jamie Fraley, Matt Reed and Mike McClellan. You know that they are bass masters. Timmy Horton, Kelly Jordan, Jeff Creek, Ben Parker, Terry Scroggins, and that man Gerald Swindle. Yeah, forever Edwin Evers, Kevin Van Dam, tonight he's known as Mr. Getting Pumped Up. Yeah, we'll get you pumped up on this show, Exposed. That's how we do it. This is a movement, so move it. I'm cruising down big, we get to pick. Nick, all I fell at lose it. Tournament time and I got my boat shined. I gotta go all the way. It's tournament time. I know I'm one of a kind. No matter what they say, yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, I'm a master. Yeah, going for goals, so come to the show and get exposed.
Finally, the Rock has come back to
come here real quick. Hey, boy. What's up, everybody? All right, we got Mr. Will Brewer, Jordan Westerman, and Miss Catherine Field down here. Let me see. There, now we go. Now we got computer audio. What's up, everybody?
What's up?
We got Mr. Jordan Westerman, Will Brewer, and Miss Catherine Field down here. All decided they want to come on with us today and talk a little bit with us. How are you guys doing?
Can't complain.
I'm getting buzzed by a death wasp. I don't know where it went, but
Heck of a day. Just work.
Catherine, you're about to head down here to my neck of the woods, aren't you?
what's that, Mark?
I said you're about to head down here to my neck of the woods, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope your neck of the woods is ready. It's gonna be fun, man.
Hey,
If you see somebody run by with a wasp thing, I'm sorry about that, but there's some things that gotta die over here.
Hey, we've all been there. If you think the wasps are bad there, wait till you get down here.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited. Lake Dardanelle.
Right on. I mean, Dardanelle's fishing really good right now. The Arkansas River's gotten a lot of water recently, so the fish ought to be chomping. I know they haven't been they were turned off for quite some time, but I have a buddy out there right now, so they were absolutely crushing a wacky worm cinco.
Well, that's great news.
I don't fish Dardanelle, so I couldn't personally help you, but he said he was biting on a cinco.
Well, I always had good luck with that, but we'll see. It's an interesting lake and river, so you never know what's going to happen. I'm bringing a few more tools with me. See what comes up.
Toolbox.
Yeah.
And Jordan, we haven't seen too much of you here recently. We're kind of missing you over here on the KBBT side of things. I know you were in the team relay event. We need to get you into this whole making the cut tournament.
Yeah, I'll be doing it. I've been waiting on I do farm work in the fall, so I'm all dependent on the weather, and it's going to rain for the next week, so that will open up my schedule a little bit. So I will be doing the making the cut.
Awesome.
That's good. It's going to be a fun tournament for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you guys this. Jordan got me turned on to a little swim bait bite that I got to try out yesterday. Caught my second biggest bass of the year, 23-inch stud. Now I don't want to put the swim bait down. I went ahead and ordered about 4 more. So I guess the addiction has started.
Don't get stuck in the rut, though. If it's not working, you need to change it, you know?
Nah, with swim bait, you just got to stay with it, because if you change it, then you're losing your bite at the right time. That's how it works.
Robert Brown wanted me to ask you if you remember the black guy and the Bonafide you met at the ramp at Seminole.
Yes, I met Robert at Seminole, and we were on a ramp near the Flint River. Oh my goodness! Sorry, there's some wasp killing going on. Oh yeah, so. Yeah, I like Robert. He was very nice, and if I recall right, he did really well in that tournament. So I'm excited. Is he going to do the make the cut as well?
Robert, she's calling you out, my friend. She wants to know if you're doing the make the cut. She's in it.
Yeah, Robert.
She's not only in it, she's fishing it with a live event in Arkansas.
Yeah, on a new water.
Well, I know
I'll probably catch the biggest pike ever in Lake Dardanelle. Knowing me.
You might catch a pickerel.
Oh no.
Kate will catch the pike.
What'd you say, Jordan?
I said Kate will catch the pike there. If there is a pike, I've personally went.
Yeah. I caught a monster with Jordan a few days ago.
You might catch the only pike in Lake Dardanelle. I don't think I've ever even heard of one being there.
Oh, well, there's a first for everything. I have an uncanny skill. Yeah. I'm the best accidental pike fisherman in the United States. So
There are a lot of striper in there.
I'm good at catching those too. So we'll see what happens. But someday you'll have to have a make the cut multi-species event.
You mentioned it probably happened.
That would be interesting. Actually, I don't think I
Like
would
a
fish.
slam or something.
I think
That'd
I'd
be
go to
great.
lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I don't know. We got a whole lot of gar. I feel like I could put up some good numbers with gar. But that would be interesting. Maybe a future KBBT multi-species event in the making.
I like
never
it.
even thought of that.
I like where you're going with this.
Do it like
That's gonna go on the notepad here on the computer.
Okay.
Multi-species
You're welcome.
event. Thank you. Dedicated to
Yeah.
Catherine Field.
All right. Yeah.
Jordan's
Send
not
me-
allowed to fish it in lacrosse though. That's off limits.
do it 39 hours rules, where you got 39 hours to fish. You get a point for every species. Or
Ooh.
the person.
I like that.
The person who gets the biggest fish in every species gets a point. So, like, if I catch a walleye, a pike, a bass, but I only have the biggest walleye, then I get 1 point for a walleye. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. 39 hours.
Like he's done this before.
Jordan's
No,
a genius.
Yeah, it's a Uncut Angling does it. It's like, if you haven't watched that on YouTube, look up 39 hours and watch both seasons. It's the best YouTube out there. It's the best YouTube fishing there is. Those guys are just catching giant fish up in Canada, and it's insane. Like,
I
they
like
have
this. I like this idea.
Uncut angling.
I like that idea. I'm gonna have to talk to Greg about it. We're gonna have to play around with that one. I mean, fall is probably one of the best times to run a multi-species event, in my opinion. A lot of your tournament series are starting to slack off a little bit. The water is starting to cool down outside, but it's not freezing just yet. And not a bad time. We'll have to talk about it, see how it goes for sure. We do have a couple events that I do want to talk about. The starting one is this making the cut, which it sounds like all four of us are going to be fishing. I'm a late sign up, which I've told everybody. Got to wait on that paycheck to come in. Lights have to stay on first.
That's right. That's my job.
It didn't blow up as big as we wanted it to. Now we still have time. So we got a whole week of people to register. I mean, if you think about it, if we can get 100 people signed up, I know that's a long shot. That's a whole lot of money when you're doing a 100% payout at $100 a pop. That's a whole lot of money.
We can do it.
So, like, because that makes a max. What's the max payout at 100 with the 100?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get my calculator out. Us Arkansans and math, we don't get along very well. So if we did 100 times 100, you're looking at $10,000 in the pot. That's going to go to the top 10. So I would assume that a minimum first place would get $5,000 with 100 people.
And check this though. So if you have 100 anglers at $100 a piece, your return on investment, you don't have to go anywhere. You're fishing your own waters. You have to go nowhere. Think about how much money you can make by signing up for making the cut. You fish, 3 weeks, 2 Saturday and Sunday on the third week of making the cut. I mean, your return on investment is just so huge. It makes sense to do it. You pay $100 to travel 6 hours down the road and spend $2,000 to stay in a hotel, food, gas, all that stuff. Why not sign up, fish at your house, and have the opportunity at such a big pot, man?
I mean, exactly.
Or double dip while you're already paying for the other ones.
Absolutely. Or in your case, double dip, win them all.
Yeah.
And I mean, the coolest part about it though is, it's one of those, you don't have to win the first week or even place in the top 10 in the first week if we got that many people. Different amount. Greg's already told me and informed me, regardless of how many people we get, we're running the thing, and it's going to be 100% payout. There's going to be a cut system, but you got to think about it, especially like Catherine here, who's fishing in a live event. She doesn't necessarily have to place way up there. She can make the cut the first week, go to a comfort water the next week, and guess what? She can wind up taking home a big old paycheck.
Absolutely. Think about it. 100 anglers, top 10 gets paid out. is from my understanding.
Yep.
100
that's
anglers.
correct.
10th place, all the way down to 10th place, will cut a check.
I mean, you're going to wind up making, I'm just guessing here. If we got 100 people, you're going to wind up making $500 just to place in the top 10 minimum, I would assume. So 500 to 1,000 would be the minimum at my guess. But I mean, hey, that's a crap ton of money for going an hour, one direction.
Absolutely. For some of you, it's 20 minutes down the road.
Robert said, guess he's getting a paycheck. Sounds like he's in.
All right,
he better.
Robert.
He owes me. He asked me to. He asked me to fish a tournament, and I went and fished that tournament, so he owes me. He needs to come fish
You
this one
better
for
bring
sure.
it, Robert.
Catherine's coming for you. Bet
Wow.
that. I want to see Clifton Allen getting this thing. The self-proclaimed people's champ that's trying to take my title. I want to see Clifton Allen get in it.
Aren't they both self-proclaimed though?
No, I got told I was the people's champ. He claims he's the people's champ. That's the difference.
Well, I know you, so I'll call you the champ. You're the champ to me
My man.
because I feel you serious, my man.
My man.
And you've always stuck with me through everything.
And we got
So I'll stick with you. I'll call you my people's champ.
David Massey Jr. just says he's registering another Virginia angler.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate all these Virginia donations.
You snooze, you lose on this one.
It's even with
You're
the
gonna be
8
fishing
anglers,
anyways. Why not?
even with the 8 anglers that are signed up. I mean, you look at them. You have Sherman Bishop. You have Doc Acosta. Just kind of give you, because I kind of looked them up earlier, just some of the numbers for this year, just kind of overall. Sherman Bishop, over his career, he's had 49 top 10s, 23 of them in 2020 alone, 1 third place finish, a second place or 6 second place finishes, 8 first place finishes, and his average for 2020 lengthwise is 18.54 inches. So, I mean, that tells you, that's for Sherman. Doc Acosta, 20 top 10 finishes, 7 alone this year, 4 third place finishes, 1 second place finish, and his average length is 18.1 for this year. You also have a couple of newer anglers too. You might know the name itself. Brad Kennan, he's a fairly new angler to kayak angling.
Rodney Kennan's son, I might add.
Yeah, but let me tell you, just for the few tournaments that he's been in, he's got 2 top 10 finishes. He's only fished 9 tournaments from what I got off of Tourney X, and his average is 17.05. So I mean, that kind of tells you a little bit, man. And I mean, Miss Catherine Fielder herself from Utah, I mean, she's pretty stacked too. I mean, she's got 30 top 10 finishes, 6 in 2020 alone.
Wait, how many do I got? 30?
30 top 10 finishes, 2 third place, 2 second place. Your average for this year is 15.48. But I'm gonna tell you something that's really cool.
It's all those Utah bass, though.
But I'm gonna tell you something that's really cool. You've been doing all the traveling and putting the time on the water. You know what your average was last year? Your career average, is 14.45. So this year alone, you've already added an inch to your average.
Yeah.
Just from all the time on the water.
Just from getting out of where I live.
Getting out of where you live, putting time on the water. I mean, you're just becoming a better angler as a whole, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I mean, let's talk. At the same time, now you're adding, Jordan Westerman here into the mix too. You're adding Will Brewer, me, myself, and David Massey, Robert Brown. I mean, there is gonna be some sticks in this event. And
if you're any other stick, you should definitely join. I'm telling you, man. Like I said, you cannot beat the return on investment for this tournament or this type of tournament. However you want to look at it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If you had the 100 anglers, but it's not cut off at 100 anglers. That's the thing. So if we have more than 100 anglers, out of everyone in the kayak bass fishing community itself was to come and fish this tournament, you can't imagine how big the pot will be. And all you have to do is possibly drive 20 minutes down the road to your lake.
I know it wouldn't happen, but could you imagine a tournament like this with 1,000 anglers in it with 100% payout? I mean, come on.
Yep.
Jeez, dude, you're talking about bank rolls.
That's right.
All you guys that are watching, if you're not gonna fish it, do us guys that are fishing it a favor. Make a post, share the link, tell your friends about it, tell your mama's auntie about it, get the word out there, and help us put some people in this thing so the ones that are fishing it can take home a check. All right, we out here grinding.
Oh, bless your heart, Mark.
Hey, I can't wait to be back permanently in the broadcast booth. September is my last month fishing for a while. Come October, I will be broadcasting the entire second national qualifier tournament for KBBT. That's another one that we are going to talk about that as well. We're going to try
That's the one. Is that the all-state one?
Yes, that is all states are
Right.
allowed.
And that's not filled up yet, is it?
It's not filled up. No. So those of you that haven't qualified for the national championship yet, Greg has already made a mention. Hey, we're trying to get that thing full early so we can play around with promotion. So there's going to be a lot of people sharing it, and you got to know once people start losing in the Texas one, since that is an all-state one, a lot of times what people do is they lose out of one. I didn't qualify. I'll jump in the next. So you're going to see people joining that one within the first round of the Texas bracket that starts this coming up weekend. Make sure you don't miss your opportunity and get signed up for that thing, because the KBBT National Championship bracket next year is going to be wicked.
Yep. And it's just so much fun too. I mean, I've already qualified and I still want to fish the second one because I want to bring home the gold. You know what I mean? You don't stop at 16. You want to bring home number one. So, and that's my goal. So, I mean, if you haven't signed up or if you haven't had that opportunity, you definitely need to get there, because this weekend is going to be heated up pretty good. I mean, between making the cut. Yep, exactly. I want one of those on my wall back behind me. But
I want some redemption, man. I need some redemption from the last one. So
that's right.
I don't know about redemption. You have taken it to a lot of people. Like there's people still out there going, how'd she beat me? She didn't just beat me, she whooped me. You have you are a name in the KBBT. You got to give yourself more credit.
Oh, well, I really tried hard to fish to make it on Lake Erie in that East Harbor, and I just had a rough day, and man, I lost so many fish. But you got to keep trying. So
absolutely,
I get there. I've gotten so close, going through the eliminations and stuff, but I'm gonna punch my ticket eventually.
Well, hey, I'll tell you guys this: Texas and Florida are going to be shoved into one bracket all combined, unless they're the only ones that sign up, and we have to exceed that. So they're going to be in their whole little table by themselves, because that's kind of their whole thing. Everybody else will be placed in the other 3 squares, and you only have to win twice to qualify. Sweet 16 goes. All you got to do is make it past the first 2 weeks, and then you're in. And of course, we don't base your location off of where you fish. We base your location off of where you live. So, if you're like Catherine here, who lives in Utah, correct?
Yeah.
I almost said Idaho, and I was like, that's not right. Lives in Utah and travels the world fishing. Well, guess what? You're more than welcome to do that. That's your call. All I'm saying is she's going in the West bracket. If she wants to go fish Florida, by all means, let her go fish Florida.
I got some big lakes coming up, but yeah, you guys better sign up. What I gotta say about that?
I think last I looked, there was 19 out of 64. I could be incorrect on that now. There might have been some more. I know last I looked at it, it was 19, and that's one of those things. The closer it gets, man, that sucker. I've seen a 128-man bracket fill up in 2 weeks.
Yep.
I've seen a 64-man bracket fill up overnight. It's just one of those things. You don't know when it's going to hit, but don't miss your ticket, because we want you there. We're working on a lot of different stuff for that national championship bracket. we'll go into that later on when we get a little closer to it, but I'm just going to tell you guys now, we are working on a ton of stuff to make that the most epic KBBT experience that's ever happened.
And isn't it going to be the championship is the final? Is it the final 8 on an undisclosed lake?
Yes, the Elite 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was the Elite 8 or Sweet 16. So we'll say the Elite 8. Will's Greg's partner, so I'm going with what he says. We're going with the Elite 8 is going to be told the date of the week, so everyone has and well in advance. Hey, look, here's the week that if you go to, you're fishing this week. No, everybody will be told where the lake is with time to get a hotel and rooming, but there won't be any pre-fishing for anybody. It'll just be, hey, all right, here's your lake. This is where we're fishing, and what you can find online and on Navionics, that's fine, but we're going to get out there, and it's going to go boom, boom, boom. Elite 8, Final 4 championship, 3 days in a row, no pre-fishing. No one's going to know the lake in advance except for the panel board. And of course, we're going to have to vote on it because we've got to take in consideration a centrally located lake between all 8 anglers that are left. I mean, if they're all out of one region, that's easy. But if they're Utah, Texas, Iowa, Florida, New York, we got to find something in there.
So you said if I get in the Elite 8, I could skew that over to the West Coast a little bit.
You would. We would have to pull a little bit to the west if you were there because and honestly, I would like to see more come out of Utah and California and all these west places. I feel like I know that the Bass Beers and Kayak podcast touched on it a little bit, and I'll repeat it. I know that's like a dead area. We don't have a whole lot of major events coming from that area. I'd like to see more of it.
There's actually quite a few Utah anglers that are very interested in the KBBT, and I know we've got like Cayman Rasmussen, Cody Henley, Mark Gayers. There's a growing group of Utah anglers that are looking to branch out and do KBBT and do some of the national level tournaments and get their feet wet on those. So I think you'll see more of that.
That's good. That's really good.
Cayman, if you're watching this, I'm personally calling you out. I love
Me too, Cayman, because you always kick my butt. So
I love the kid. I'm calling you out, Cayman. If you're watching this, I'm challenging you to get qualified for the KBBT National Championship.
Yeah.
Double dog dare you.
Double dog.
Pinky promised me, son.
So
he's really good. He is really good.
That's the
I hope he does it.
The championship, the Elite 8, you may have to travel a little bit, but you're guaranteed a paycheck before you even travel.
Yep.
So keep that in mind also, you know what I mean? KBBT is trying to make different series and different tournaments and different things like that to allow anglers to continue to fish competitively, but still not have so much coming out of the angler's pocket itself, but yet have so much more on the return of investment. And that's what it's all about as far as kayak fishing. And I'm fairly new, and I learned that like day one, So keep all these things in mind. We're trying to put together a lot of great tournaments and get the anglers out there. Once again, it's all about the grassroots, like Greg always says. It's about getting the anglers out there, giving that guy the opportunity that typically wouldn't have the spotlight. Or gal, I'm sorry, Kathy. Guy or gal. Or gal.
I don't mind. It doesn't matter.
Give them the spotlight a little bit. Give them that opportunity to get out there, support their sponsors, maybe some of those small businesses, especially right now during this time. Supporting small businesses is exactly what we need to do as a community itself.
Absolutely. I mean, I was talking to Jordan for about a week on, off and on about swim baits and everything, glide baits, and me trying to get into it. And I ordered my swim baits because they finally talked me into it, and I couldn't resist. So I ordered my swim baits from a small shop out of Texas that just recently started, Texas Swim Baits with a Z. And let me tell you something, man. The dude, I'm looking at this thing when I got it, and I'm like, dude, I would eat that. Throw this in a freaking pot and put a little Worcester sauce on it and go to town. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, first cast with that thing, I mean, you know, an 18 incher just crushed it, and I was like, all right, I'm hooked. But you know, I can't. There's so many local around, regardless of where you are out there. There's local bait makers. There's more and more bait makers popping up everywhere. I know somewhere around up there with Will. There's Logan. I have to get his last name. I can't think of his last name. There's a guy up there near him that's making them. There's kids everywhere. I mean, bait companies are exploding out the woodwork. There's almost no need to go to, you know, go to Walmart or anything, or, you know, Academy, unless of course you want to. There's nothing wrong, but don't forget to support your fellow man or woman.
Yeah. And you know, this platform itself, KBBT, and the Kayak Fishing League, man, that's going to give an opportunity to a lot of those small businesses to get out there on such a great big platform. The amount of interactions and views that KBBT gets weekly and daily, it's huge. It just makes a lot of sense for some of these smaller companies to come up and try to get a sponsorship in here or with one of our anglers. I saw today, even Bobby, he's on Rookie to Pro podcast. He's on that. That's an up and coming podcaster along with Dark Waters Fishing and everything like that, man. So there's just so many more opportunities, I feel like, here with the Kayak Bass Bracket Tour and the upcoming KFL. For companies to get in and get their name out there, get their products out there, get them in the hands of anglers that are fishing every single day, every weekend. Just.
And I'll go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, man, and the community around us is so great. I haven't seen any negativity with any of us. Just last night I messaged Matt, and because I had a buddy ask me about smallmouth fishing. I messaged him, and within like 20 minutes, he's telling me how to catch smallmouth during cold weather. I'm like, it's not even for me, man. I'm just helping another guy out. But just the community itself. Everyone is supporting each other, whether we win, we lose. There's no negativity, man. It's just a great atmosphere to be around, be a part of. It's a family for sure.
Absolutely, and the smack talk is just bonus.
Yes.
But straight up, the only person that I knew out of here, I didn't know who Conrad Benetti was before KBBT. I didn't know who Will Brewer or Jordan Westerman was. I knew who Catherine Field was, but I didn't know you guys before KBBT. And
nope.
It just goes to show you, KBBT, we're over here. I know I've been off the scene since like July because I've been fishing so much, but I'm coming back. Greg does a great job. Todd's joined up on it now with the broadcasting part. We do so much for our anglers when you fish these events. We'll bring you on every chance we can get. We want to see you catch fish. We beg to keep people on so that our fans can see people catch fish. And
hey, I caught one live.
She caught her first. Was it your first 5 fish limit in a tournament? Was that what it was?
Yeah, I did it live with you guys at the same time.
I brought her on for that.
Yeah,
I got to witness that.
That was probably one of the most emotional videos I think I've ever watched.
I cried with you.
As far as fishing was. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
I cried too.
I closed the screen down and went running in there and yelled at the neighbors. That was freaking awesome. We got to see Silas Garrett land like a freaking 23-inch 9-pound bass on camera. Robert Brown has been one of the most consecutive freaking boat landers along with Derek Brundle. But the point is, it doesn't matter if you're Derek Brundle or you're Cody Milton or Russ Snyders or any major fisherman out there that you know. You could be a Marcus Coates. You could be a Will Brewer. We'll bring you on, and we'll let the whole country see your words. We get 20 to 40,000 views per post, per video. 20 to 40,000 viewers. Don't miss out on that opportunity because you didn't want to sign up for KBBT. Sign up, come have fun with us, and let us show you off to people because somebody wants to see it.
That's right. Whether it's your first tournament or your 200th tournament, whether you've won multiple first places, that I mean, it doesn't matter. People just want to see you fish. They want to see you do well. We want to put big bass on the screen, man. I mean, it's just a good all around fun time.
And honestly, it's fun. It's honestly a lot of fun to be able to chat while you're fishing and answer questions and talk about what you're doing. And there's no other opportunity like that out there in any other tournament that I've done. You're always, you might get pings from your friends about, where are you? Or you might get messages like, good job. Everybody's sitting there hitting a refresh on the leaderboards. And the thing I like about KBBT is you really get sort of on the scene action, and you can actually hear how people's days are going, what they're doing, see what they're doing, see where they're fishing. And that's just something that you don't get with just sitting there waiting to watch the numbers come up and wonder if somebody's in bad cell service or whatever. But I think KBBT's done a really good job at giving that voice to the anglers and let them show what they're about, show what they love to do, and talk about those passions. And that's something you can't find in some of the other series, definitely, especially online.
It's so awesome to watch and then see someone catch a fish, and it gets you so jacked up and your adrenaline going so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, all right, they're doing this. It doesn't matter if I'm even fishing against them this week. I still want to beat them on the leaderboards, period. And then you start talking about what you're doing. You're like, whoa, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I should be switching over to something else. Now that I say it out loud, it's kind of a dumb idea to maybe do something like this. Let's switch it up a little bit. So it really gets your brain juices flowing and everything like that. So, there's so much greatness that you could say about Kayak Bass Bracket Tour and up and coming Kayak Fishing League, which is going to be super exciting. So if you haven't found a team yet, you really need to find a team.
Hey, I'm a free agent.
There you go. You heard it from
I'm a free agent because I'm traveling, so I don't really have a region right now. So I don't know. Hit me up. I want to fish. So
there you go. You heard it from her.
Well, I got two things here. One, Catherine, I need your help getting all these girls signed up for these events.
All right.
Now we got it. They were asking for one back in April, or not April, back in August. I mean, hey, we got one in October. It's national. We got to get Cher, Carol, all of them signed up.
Yeah, we'll talk to them.
And Jordan, I need your help getting these Iowa boys back in the game. Mason can't be the only one that makes it to the finish line.
We'll all be in. We had so many tournaments on the rivers that we had to kind of focus on those. So that's why a lot of us missed the last qualifier. So we're back on it.
Right on, my man. Right on. Well, I think these guys explained it all. It's best to hear from the anglers, and that's why I decided to message three of our most famous anglers that we've got out there. I mean, everybody you see here has been a huge KBBT supporter and a KBBT member and fished a whole lot of events. We love them. We also love our new guys. I see James Quinn, I see you messaging on there. You haven't signed up for a bracket and soon will be. Don't miss out on your opportunity, man. They go quick, and this is going to be the last one for the year, and that's heartbreaking to me. But, we're going to play it by ear.
So one other thing that I want to add also, so we also have all of our live videos and things like that. Make sure to go follow KBBT Fishing on Instagram, so that way we can get you guys out there a little bit more through social media. Broadcast your page, the fish that you're catching, not necessarily even during tournament times. It could be just a normal practice Saturday or something. Guys, go check them out. Go give the page a follow, grow. Just continue to help us grow.
There's room in our community for all kinds of different fishing, and I really feel that KBBT fills a role that hasn't been filled yet, and it's just gives you a unique opportunity. There's a lot of unique competition, and it's a lot of fun. So I've been a full supporter of that, and I want to see I think there's room for everyone to succeed in that. So
Absolutely.
I think guys done a good job.
Absolutely.
One thing I will say is there's always three things you can guarantee in KBBT. One, someone's always going to talk trash to you. It's going to happen. Two, we will never tell you can't come on broadcast unless you are just one terrible potty mouth sucker and we can't figure out how to hit the mute or how to hit the beat button. And three, we will do absolutely everything we can to promote you as a fisherman, as a professional fisherman, and get you exactly where we want to see everybody else. And, you know, if we have had plenty of people that have actually now came back and told us they've gotten sponsors from being on KBBT, just from people watching them. I've also had people tell me they wish they hadn't said certain things because somebody told them they didn't want to sponsor. It goes both ways. There's a lot of people that watch it, but we are always here. We're a family. Please sign up for the Making the Cut tournament.
Yeah, because I want to bring home a big paycheck. I need to support my up and coming winter fishing season.
Will Brewer must be leaving Virginia if he thinks he's bringing home a paycheck.
That's all right.
You might want to message Catherine and see where she's fishing next. You can learn a few things.
That's all right.
I'll be at Dardanelle. You better bring it.
That's cool. I got 77 inches in my back pocket, so I think
that's
I'll be
all right.
Well, that won't beat me. I'll at least get 77 and a quarter.
Man.
Any last notes from you guys before we call it a day?
No,
I appreciate you guys
so much.
Yeah,
thank
you. Well, I really appreciate all three of you guys coming on, hanging out with us, and just having a talk. Just a little touch out. I know a few more people did jump on. Even if you're not fishing the Making the Cut tournament, please go on there and share it today. That way people have time throughout the week to see it so the rest of us that are fishing can get a few more members in there. Don't forget about the national qualifier coming up in October. I'm sorry. I did have one last thing. All of you fishing the Texas bracket and any of you fishing this coming up weekend anyways, please go sign up for Jackson Orr's charity event. It's not associated with KBBT, but it's for an amazing cause. Instead of taking home a pot, the winner gets to pick and choose what charity they want the money to go to. It's all about raising money for different charities. It's not KBBT related, but I wanted to make sure that we brought up, that situation. So sign up for that. Share Catherine, did you want to say a thing or two about that one?
No, I just think Jackson Orr is doing an amazing job with those charity tournaments. And, we have such an amazing community of kayak anglers. Like even if you can't fish it, sign up to support it and help donate. It's $20. There's, if you're going to do one nice thing in the week, just do that one and help him out. Cause that's what that young man is doing is absolutely amazing. And I've never got to meet him in person, but I just think he's just an amazing angler and just a big heart. And anything we can do to help out people, if you win it, you get to pick where that charity money's going, and it's a chance to really make a difference. So,
and there is a charity called Marcus Doesn't Want to Work. He just wants to fish. So don't forget about that one. No, I'm joking. It was a joke.
No way.
But yeah, she's absolutely correct. Jackson Orr is one hell of a kid for putting this on. It's unbelievable the reach that the kayaking community has had through him and through Slay Nation doing all these charity events. And
there are prizes, Marcus. There are prizes.
Talk about them. I don't know about them. I'm just registered.
All right, you talk while I pull it up because there's a big list of prizes in here.
All right, you let me know when you're ready and I'll just chat.
All right.
So I see a few more people have joined in. We're going to wrap it up with Catherine's closing statements momentarily, but don't forget to share the Making the Cut tournament, even if you're not fishing it. Please sign up for the October National Qualifier bracket. Get qualified for the National Championship. And thank you all for just being a part of this KBBT family.
All right, so here's some of the stuff. So first place gets any Legend Series St. Croix rod of their choice,
Nice.
with exception of the extreme rods. $100 credit and apparel for St. Croix. 300 bait and tackle package from Dugout. Power box. The Stag Z-Man bait package. Plano edge box. Catch board. Casa lures. I mean, ram grips. $100 worth of Eagle Claw stuff. There's protector phone tethers. I mean, there's all kinds of prize packages from I think first to sixth place of rods, gear, tackle, gift cards, all kinds of stuff. So not only do you help charities, but if you win this thing, you're gonna get some pretty sweet items too.
Yeah. It's like one item's like worth just your entry fee.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
So.
absolutely don't forget to sign up for that there. And another one that's going on, I'm not 100% sure if it's still available for signing up or not, but he might have left open registration on Slaying for Kate. It's Slay Nation's charity event for Team Kate. It's a little girl that's going through stage 4 cancer. All proceeds go to that family. I'm also fishing for pledges. Miss Catherine Field, here's actually one of my pet pledges, and I scored 3 fish over 20 inches yesterday, so I was getting to it. Will Brewer's another one of my pledges. And Doc Acosta, he's doing pledges as well. All those proceeds are going to Team Kate. So if you go ahead, it's fun. It's cheap. It's like $30 or something. It's your best 3 fish. Just go compete. Kayak, boat, bank, bathtub, whatever. If you got a magic carpet ride to the Middle East and you've got a freaking lake over there, do it. It's all good. So just go have fun, catch some fish, get in the Slay Nation and the Slay for Kate and the Jackson Oars charity event, and let's show these people that what the kayak community can do for people that are in need. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our show. Thank all you guys for washing. I said bathtub, and then I made a washing pun. You see how that works? For watching. I haven't even had a drink today.
I would make a joke about where you're from, but I honestly don't know where you're from because you either fish Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee. I mean, so I don't know, man. Whatever you claim.
Lacrosse.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Appreciate you having me on, buddy.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. All have a great day.
All right. See you on the water. Sign up for Jackson Oars.
That's it. This is KBBT, and we gone.